Okay, so Amir has released another version of Windows on Raspberry Pi, and this version is 0.1.3, and it's a minimal install I'm doing today. So I'm not using an SSD, I'm using a non-overclocked, well, this is a Pi 4 8 gig, but it will work on all the Pi 4s because only 1 gig is supported at the moment, and I'm running from the SD card. I've got a USB on the go hub, and I've got my mouse and keyboard, and I've also got a Bluetooth in here. So I'm going to try and set this up to work with my mobile phone. I had some problems with the previous build, but I'm going to see. So I'm going to switch to screen capture now. So let's go into settings, click on devices. So Bluetooth is on. I've got this Bluetooth, little tiny Bluetooth dongle I bought from Amazon, and so now what I need to do is have a look for devices and see if I can find my phone. So click on Bluetooth. I can connect to my speaker as well to provide sound, and I can also connect an Xbox One Bluetooth controller as well. I'll go into personal hotspot on my phone. There's my phone, so I can click on that. So device ready to go. So I've now connected my iPhone to it. If I go close that up and go down to Internet, Network and Internet settings, you can see I'm getting no power issues, and I'm only using the official Raspberry Pi 4 adapter. I'm not sure, because they've slightly changed the power on the Pi 4 8 gig, and I'm not sure if that's helping this, but I definitely haven't seen the lightning bolt. So, but I'm not overclocked, so I am using something slightly different. So change adapter options. Let's click on that and view Bluetooth network devices. There's my phone, click on that. Connect using access point. Connection successful. I'm happy to share. I don't know how sharing works between these two devices, but I'm happy to share that with my phone. So in theory, yeah, so it says we've got internet access. So let's have a look and see if we have. Amir's included some extras in this, and if you go into your folders, go into the C drive and extras, and you'll see, because there's no web browser on here at the moment, but he's put a link to Edge, DirectX web setup, Steam setup, WinAero tweaker setup. I don't know what that is yet. I'll have to have a look at that, and also WinRAR, so like an unarchiving application. So let's put Edge on there and get a web browser up and running. Do you want to run this file? So as I say, I'm running this not overclocked, so this is running at 1.5 gigahertz, and if I Control Alt Delete, I'll show you what's going on. So Task Manager, Performance. So basically what Amir's been trying to do is get the memory usage and also the CPU much lower, and he's definitely achieving this. And what it means is that on a non-overclocked Pi, still running on 1 gig of RAM, it actually runs pretty well. It's surprising how well it runs. So let's recap what we can't do. So we have no ordinary USB support, we've got no Bluetooth, we've got no Wi-Fi, we've got no sound, and we've got no Ethernet. But adding on this USB on the go adapter and a Bluetooth adapter, that brings loads of things back. So now we've got Bluetooth supplying my internet from my phone. We can use a controller with it, with an Xbox One controller, and also we can use sound with a Bluetooth speaker. So it's quite a neat build, really. There's not an awful lot of cabling going on here, but because we're utilising Bluetooth a lot, it's meaning that we've got quite a neat setup. And with this very minimised, so the idea is that Amir's taken out as much as he can. So if I click on the little Windows symbol, you'll see that very, very little comes up, and it will go slower because I've got Task Manager running, I'm installing the Edge browser. I shouldn't really do all these things at the same time, but as you can see, there's pretty much nothing in there, which is what you want on a Pi running on 1 gig of RAM, because we want less services running. If we go to Startup, you'll see, oh, OneDrive, so I need to disable. I thought that was not enabled. disable, because that can take some resources as well. Here we go. So the CPU usage is lovely and low, and this means that it's definitely going to be faster overall. Okay, so I've restarted, I've installed all the bits that were in the extras folder, and so let's have a look at how it performs. So you can see the CPU usage is very low, and again, I'm non-overclocked, so 1.5 gigahertz. Memory usage is reasonable. The disk, you can see, is at 100%. It's not actually doing anything at the moment. I have got Edge open, but this definitely is one of the bottlenecks, is the speed of the disk. And I'm using a Samsung, it's a U1 rated 32 Evo micro SD card. I have got some faster cards, so I probably should have tried it on that, but they've got other OSs on at the moment. But I'm so used to using this on an SSD drive that everything feels slower now, because especially with the 1 gig of RAM that Windows currently supports. So if I click on this video and just see, it's probably going to be an advert first, is it? Yes, the SD card says 100% all the time for some reason. Skip trial. Yeah, it is a bit painful. You certainly wouldn't use it as your daily driver. Introducing the internet to Windows 10 makes a big difference to it. It really doesn't perform as well. But I just wanted to see what it was like in this more minimal desktop. I've done it before using the Bluetooth adapter, and it's obviously a lot tidier, a lot easier to set up. You don't have to have the 2 power supplies and things like that. But as you can see, I mean, just trying to play a video, and I think I'm probably set at 360 at the moment. What does it say? Waiting for cache, it says on the bottom there. So the CPU is not being troubled. Here we go.
Now, although it looks like I'm here in my garage all by myself, I'm actually not as alone as it looks, because every time I do a show...
So if I pause that, actually that was playing all right. It did seem to have a bit of lip syncing issues at the start. So let's play that again.
We have the entire Late Late Show staff here.
It's a bit out of sync. Oh, and it's paused there. That's gone a bit. I found that 240 definitely works better on this, and I wouldn't want to watch YouTube at 240. Or maybe on a tiny mobile screen, but on a bigger screen it's really not great. And even the transition to changing from 360 to 240, you can see, takes some time. So I think let's not go too much on about the internet bit, but 240 does work well. So if I hit the Windows key, you can see how this all tends to work all right, and you can keep an eye on that percentage and see what comes up on there. The one thing I did have a bit of success with, because I felt I needed to get something up and running nicely, is a NES emulator. Okay, so every now and then I do find that it slows down. It uses loads of the SD card. It's really accessing the SD card. So now it's low. Let's launch Jnes and see what happens. Yeah, that came up nice and fast. When it comes up slow, you might as well quit out of it, because it's going to go slow and stay slow. So if I launch a game, here we go, and you can hear that we have sound. I don't think you can get a copyright strike from that sort of quality of music, but you never know. This is a good game, and plays very well on this actually. Was good in the arcade. And you can actually land on the cars, which is one of the ways that you take things out. So you've got to try and match the speed. Oh, I missed the... Oh, well, it looks all right there. It is quite unforgiving, and if you're in the air and you've got no chance of landing, I guess the idea is to learn the courses. Oh, see, I get a warning. I didn't realise there was a warning. I'd forgotten that. Anyway, let's try another couple of NES games. So, what else did I have on here? I don't know what Rally Bike is. I haven't tried that yet. But as it had a bike in the... it's almost the same game, isn't it? Seems to be this... No. Oh, I see. I've got. Oh, not quite sure what. It seems like A's accelerate and B's brake, maybe. No, it must be faster than this. I think this is probably running, although it's got a bit harder now. Maybe that was braking you in gently. Yeah. So let's try another couple of things. But you can see that it handles this nicely. Yes, it is NES. It's a seriously old system, but this is running Windows on an ARM processor with only 1 gig of RAM. So I take what I can get, really. Qbert, I haven't tried this for a while. Yeah, that's working fine. That speed seems to be reasonable as I jump off the edge. So, Super Spy Hunter. That's going to be more like the jump and bump, but this used to be quite. Oh, it's a different version than I'm used to. Oh, I got fire as well. So at some point I'll be in a boat, I guess. It's dropping frames a bit, isn't it? 46. Although that bridge seemed to look really fast when it came up. Bit of super pitfall. Can I drop? Oh, I probably didn't want to drop down there. Oh, I see. You use that to get out the way of things, probably. Yeah, let's try that. Oh, but now I'm down here. So, I'll be disappointed if there's no ropes. Can't fire up. Oh. Oh, now we're moving. So there's no point in dropping down there because I'll probably drop down to spikes. Okay, I'm obviously not supposed to shoot that thing. What? And that water looks pretty dangerous, so let's jump over that. Oh. Disappointed there's no ropes yet. Anyway, so that was my just a sort of little update. I wanted to try it again with SD card. It has definitely improved, but I'll still be sticking to SSD drive and the dual power at the moment, especially while there's only 1 gig of RAM. When we got 4 gig of RAM, then I think I'll come back to just using on an SD card because it would be nice to be able to have that as an option, and I'll also maybe try it on a faster SD card. Anyway, I hope you like this. Thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe.